Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where are you afraid of heights?
No.
Okay.
No. I think that I don't want to go rock climbing. I don't want to dive out of a plane. But like, if I'm in a plane, when I look down, am I afraid? No.
Okay.
And when I'm in a high building, no. If I'm, when people show videos of being on the top of the Empire State Building and it's really windy and there's that section where the glass is clear, like I don't really enjoy that, but I don't like it.
Okay. So
I'm not like fearful.
So when someone's like, what are your greatest fear? You don't automatically go like heights, like some people might. No. The older I get, I've just noticed the past, I'm going to say 2 to 3 years specifically, I am afraid of heights in a way that I never was before.
Okay.
Ever was
I've
before.
heard this. As people age, they feel fears more.
I think that it's because for this fear specifically, I am able to calculate the reality of falling more at this point in my life than maybe in the past. Maybe my brain's never let me go like that. But now that I can truly feel what it would be like to fall, or I think it's the impact involved. Like my brain can calculate the height with which I am up above the ground and then what the impact might be if my body were to fall and hit the ground. That is the fear. That's the fear.
Yeah.
Like the impact.
Yeah.
And I've never thought about it that way until recently. And I am definitely afraid of heights now. Like for sure. Don't like it. Don't want to be near a window. Oh my gosh. When we're, I don't know, a balcony with a condo, like on vacation, something freaky fracky. Don't
really.
It's
okay.
just really.
I get it.
Getting to me. The heights thing. And I never ever considered bungee jumping or skydiving. No. Like that's never even been a want in my life.
What about roller coasters? Like how do you feel?
So here's the bummer. I used to be a big roller coaster person. I love rides, like amusement park rides. But now
you feel like you won't?
I don't know. I haven't.
Or you haven't had an opportunity
I haven't had the opportunity to try. But now to your point, like if I do, for instance, like we want to take Scooby-Doo to Disney one day. Yeah. When we do that, and I have the opportunity to get on a thrill ride, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to have the nads to do it? Or am I too afraid now? Do you remember at Six Flags? I think we've talked about this before. Kind of disturbing how much you and I bring up Six Flags on this podcast.
Really? But I mean, it's important to both of us.
Was acrophobia. And they might not have had it in St. Louis, but they had this ride where it was just essentially a big column, a very tall column.
Oh, we had something like that.
With a circular bit that went around the column that had outward facing seats.
Yes, and we had Superman and someone got their
this one
legs
just
cut off.
Okay, but this one just went all the way up and then dropped all the way. Okay,
Superman.
The same way. Okay.
Superman.
Someone got their legs cut off.
And I think either their legs or their head, I don't remember, but a cable came loose. And isn't that crazy? So,
well,
just confirmed your fear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
I just didn't know if maybe other people could relate to the older you get, the more you fear heights. I think that the older you get, the more you can like fear things in general.
Yeah,
I think
you
going down
understand
that path.
Your mortality more.
Yes, you do. You have a bigger understanding of life and death situations.
Yeah.
And how and also I think you have a better understanding of freak accidents, about how things really do happen that you're like, that'll never happen, and then it actually can happen. And this is also maybe an alarmist point of view, but
it is, because I think of this all the time because of my anxiety. And especially now, like I'll be like, well, this could happen, because your mom dies, you think everybody else around you is about to die too. And because it's the worst thing that's happened to you. And I was already scared of people dying before this. However, this is what I tell myself when these thoughts come up. If this is going to happen, it's going to happen. So if I'm going to, perish on the Superman ride, well, I guess I'm going to go out screaming.
Well, I think too, what you're saying is it's like you need to understand.
Accidents happen.
Well, you have to understand what you're in control of.
Yes.
You're like, I'm on the Superman ride. I am no longer in control.
I can buckle my seatbelt.
It's me, Superman, and the 16-year-old that is operating it that are now in control. Yes. And I've relinquished that. And so I have to just go with what happens here.
Honestly, I feel less safe in a front seat of a car in the passenger seat than I do on an airplane or in a roller coaster because I feel like I have more control there. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like also it's a less controlled situation, like versus a roller coaster. A roller coaster has been designed, they press the button, it goes. There is so much human error and distraction in driving that I'm like, y'all are texting and driving. You're watching YouTube's videos.
That's what
you're watching, you're scrolling TikTok. You're swiping left.
I remembered my mom when I first started driving would say, I trust you. I don't trust any of the other drivers.
My dad said the same thing.
And I do think that that is why cars are the most dangerous form of transportation, with the obviously the most deadly. This is so morbid. I'm sorry that I even started us off on this, but I do think that like I'm not afraid of, actually sometimes I am afraid of myself driving because guys, sometimes I like my mind wanders and I sometimes go, how did I get into this parking space? Because I remember I remember leaving my driveway and then I just showed up in this parking space of the place that I'm going. I'm like, how did I get from point A to point B? That freaks me out.
I think it freaks me out. That does happen to me. I get freaked out too. And it's just because this weekend, J-Dog and I went to his hometown for Easter.
Yes.
So I was passenger princess. And when I get in the car with him, I lean that seat back and I get on eBay. I get on Poshmark. I get on...
You're scrolling.
You're real. I start doing research. I take it as my time of let's discover new brands. And it's not buying things. It's just looking.
You're browsing.
I browse.
Yeah.
I do research. Women in STEM. And what I realize is sometimes I'll look up and I'll be like, I don't know where we are. I don't know how we got here. And I haven't been paying attention. And I should know where we are. Because we'll be still like in Atlanta or like just outside. I'm like, I don't remember how we got here. And that freaks me out.
I do think that's how you know you trust a person, specifically like a partner, when you're on a road trip and you are in the passenger seat and then you fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know that you trust the person driving, because if I don't trust you, we're both driving, baby. Like it might as well be I have a steering wheel too, because I'm going, you see them, they're trying to get over. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we're approaching. Yeah. Okay. We're going the speed limit. I'm also driving.
I will risk my relationship if I backseat drive any more than I already do.
I'm sorry, but I gotta trust you. If I trust you and I take a snooze, then you know it's real. But if I'm sitting straight up and we're both chit-chatting and my eyes are wide open and I'm trying to alert you of the dangers around us, it's not that I don't trust you necessarily. It's that we're in it together.
We're both driving.
You know,
I just don't have any pedals, even though you hear me pressing the pedals, and I don't have a steering wheel, even though you see my shoulders jerking.
I don't know if your parents did this, but my mom, again, back to me learning to drive, when we were bebopping around town, she would put her feet up on the dashboard and pretend that it was
show you
pedal. No, like if she was like, okay, stop sign. Okay, you need to brake.
And she put her foot up.
And put her foot up and try to brake on the
she's
dash.
Pressing the resistance. She's like, no.
Her body said, muscle memory, I can't help it. I have to press on something. And then she'd be like, okay, we need to start braking a little bit sooner than you did approaching that stop sign.
I feel like that.
Isn't that funny? Can you imagine a woman, a tiny little lady, pressing her foot up on the dash as I'm 15 beside her?
I would do that.
Okay. Can I put on Avril Lavigne? Can we go to the drive-thru, Mom?
Can we listen to Skider Boy?
Yeah, and we did.
Heck yes. I love that. But you know what? Going back to the fear thing, the number one killer, I think, right now is stress, right? With heart attacks. It's like, Siri. I know it.
See what Siri says.
I don't have a Siri. I turned her off. I don't like people
Use your fingers.
listening to me.
Use your little fingies. You don't like people. That's smart. I used to be that way. Now we have an Alexa at home and I ask her, I yell from every room and I go, anything that comes into my mind. It's perfect for my ADHD brain, because anything I need to know that pops into my head, I ask Alexa, hey Alexa, what year of Post-its invented? She'll tell me.
Okay, I was right.
Okay, what is it? Stress?
It's heart disease caused by stress.
Okay.
So when we are worried about getting on the roller coaster or being on the balcony of the condo or being in the passenger seat and scrolling on eBay, and then all of a sudden, how did we get to LaGrange, Georgia? ? stress. Stress is the number one killer. So that's what I try to remember, especially now when I'm like in the worst time of my life, truly. And I don't even know how to get out of the freaky frackness that I'm in. But I do know that when I do start to freak out and get in like a spiral, because it's all in my head, I don't tell people about it like out loud because that would be scary. But when I do it in my head and I think about, girl, you're going to die either way and you're going to kill yourself sooner by worrying, by freaking out.
Yeah.
So breathe.
I had a similar thing when my mom passed away, that I got stuck in this loop of thinking. I was very much like, you know, you're going to die either, no matter what. So just like live every day. But then it got into this weird thing where I was thinking that it was more of like I could die today, as opposed to thinking that it got into a weird loop.
Yeah.
So
you were thinking more about your mortality than you were about health.
Correct.
Yes.
I was thinking more about like, you have to live every day to the fullest because you could die in your sleep tonight kind of vibe, which is not fun. And it was adding to the stress.
Yes, that's scary.
So then the thing that I did that maybe you might want to adopt, or anyone might want to adopt, is every day, instead of thinking that, I would wake up and go, well, I'm going to live to be 99 every day. So then I would just wake up and go, well, I'm going to live to be 99 years old. And then that's helped, even though it seems simple and kind of almost a little bit, delusional. Dumb to say out loud.
But it's not.
Well, not delusional, just dumb to say out loud to yourself. Like, I'm going to live to be 99. Just those words, saying that to myself, helped me reframe that I had many, 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 many days to live. Not that every day could be your last day.
No,
you know?
yes. Yeah. I want to think of it more of like, I think of it more of when I tell myself like, you're going to die anyway. I mean of this as like, you're borrowing the trouble of imagining all of these different ways that this could happen.
The anxiety.
You could just drink your water and go to bed. You know what I mean?
Yes. And you should, honestly.
You really should. If you can sleep, let me tell you, you should do it.
I want to ask you something about your Awala water bottle. I recently made the switch. So I had a Stanley, which I like a lot. I was late to the Stanley game, but I've used that more often than not. And then I decided that I needed a new one because I'd had the Stanley was a little beat up, and I got an Awala. Why are they so hard to close the lid?
Oh, like they really aren't they?
Hard to close as well?
Yeah. I mean, they loosen up a little bit, but they are. I don't mind it because they're hard to open, which I like because mine are getting like, it's going to kneeing with me. It's going. I'm throwing it in my bag. I don't know. I'm rough on a water bottle, as you can see. I have two of the same color. I need a new one because I do think you have to get a new water bottle, even if like these are reusable, whatever. Not forever. Those lids get so icky, and I take mine all apart and clean them every time. Yeah. Every time I use them, once, like every day, at the end of the day, they get fully disassembled and put in my dishwasher.
Oh my gosh!
And I even bought like silicone scrubbers to go in the little holes.
Yes.
in the top.
See, that
so
is
I can get in deep.
This is gonna alarm a lot of people. I do not wash my water bottle every day.
Do you just put water in it though?
I just put water in it.
That's okay.
Yeah, I just put water in it, and how
often do you wash it? Do you think?
I change my water bottle. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be really vulnerable. I change my water bottle every 2 to 3 days. So I drink water out of my water bottle for like 2, maybe 3 days. And then I change. I've got about 3 water bottles that I rotate now. Okay. And I don't ever put anything except for water in it.
Okay. Because I put electrolytes in mine. That's why I need to do it every day, because you get, there's things in there.
I mean, I know that that's probably grossing people. I'm sorry.
No,
that's the truth. I'm being honest.
I was just about to say, when I have just plain water, I go 2 days. If maybe more. If I'm like, when I'm on vacation, guys, I take 1 water bottle and I don't wash it the whole time.
Yeah,
like I don't go in the sink at the hotel. I just have a water bottle.
I'm assuming that if you swabbed the top of my water bottle the same way you swabbed, like, I don't know, a public bathroom handle, or if you swab like my phone.
Yeah.
Well, no, I imagine that my phone screen and the top of my water bottle are probably similar in bacteria and germs, and maybe if I knew that, I wipe down my phone, change my shit more
every so often.
But I don't want to know because I haven't gotten sick from it yet. Knock on wood.
So we ain't gonna do. Nope. Don't ask, don't tell.
All right, I just wanted to ask about your wallet to make sure that I was still. I mean, I like it. I like the vibe.
No,
I like that there's a little straw in there. I like that. It's good.
It's sturdy. It has less opportunity than the Stanley, I think. I was trying to get this because for the same reason as you almost is I wanted a water bottle that I don't have to worry about the cleanliness of. In the Stanley, I've just watched videos about the where the mold can get, and I don't know, guys.
Also the lead, some of these water bottles they're just made with lead.
You guys, I have horrible news and I'm going to share it anyway. I saw a video of this woman whose daughter got lead poisoning from a plate. So now when she'll go and make videos at Home Goods.
Oh, yeah.
Home Goods. And she has a lead tracer. I don't know. It's a light. It looks like a laser. It could be a child's toy for all I know, but I believe her. It's real to me. And she'll go up to plates and go up to things and go, yep, has lead, had traces of lead. I'm like,
yeah.
I go to Home Goods.
Yeah.
I cherish Home Goods.
I know.
Now I need a lead light.
Well, we need a lead light.
I need a lead light. But yes, Stanley apparently had some traces of lead. And that's why, and Owala didn't. And that's why I went for Owala. But dab on those haters. Dab on those haters. Bless you. Bless you. Bless
Yeet.
you.
In the words of our forefathers, yeet.
While we're on this we're kind of on science. Let's just call it science. Let's call it medical. This is our medical segment. Okay?
Medicine with Hailey and Jessi.
Get your flu shot. Actually, I'm not going to tell you to do that. That's political these days. I didn't mean to make it. I was just trying. HIPAA. Okay.
She's just trying to give you some advice. You don't have to take it.
Yeah. Please don't. Honestly, leave me alone. Okay. I was going to tell y'all that yesterday I had a nice day. I took the little boy that I nanny. I took him to the zoo. We had such a fun time. We always do. He's getting to the age where he's like really stringing together sentences. So we're having full conversations about the animals and we're making up. One thing I do with kids all the time is I ask them questions and I put up, it's like prompts, journal prompts, but they're out loud. And I'm trying to get them to start telling me a story. I think this is good for kids. It's good for me. It's good for acting. So I'll be like, what do you think that gorilla's doing? Do you think that gorilla had a banana for breakfast, or do you think that gorilla drove to McDonald's and got an sausage egg? Like, I try to say ridiculous things, so they tell me another ridiculous thing. Anyway, we had so much fun. Great day. I get home. Before dropping off the little boy, we stopped by my condo because we had time, and because I had to go to a birthday dinner last night.
Oh, okay.
And I have toys here and stuff, but we were here for like 2 seconds, and it was a good potty break. We came in, we had a potty break, and we had a snack, and we played with the toys here. But my dog, my precious girl, my precious German Shepherd, I decided to give her an early dinner because I had a birthday dinner last night, so I knew I was going to be gone, and that way when I got back and showered to change, I could take her out and her digestive system should be ready to roll. So I was gone for 20 minutes, left my condo, took my friend back and dropped him off, came back. This was probably 20 minutes. I open up the door. Before I even open up the door, I'm turning the knob and I'm smelling something so unique, but something so familiar. But in the kind of familiar way that I'm worried. I don't want to smell the smell ever again. It's giving danger. I open the door and I'm like, I hope there are flames everywhere. I'm not smelling smoke, by the way, but I want there to be flames. I want this place burnt to this crisp to the ground at this point when I'm opening the door, because I'm smelling something that says, let's burn it to the ground. But there's no smoke smell. There's not a fire. I open up the door and Mama comes creeping up to me. And she does this when she's done something wrong. Mm-hmm. She, her ears go back. Dobby is a good elf. Dobby loves Harry. She's walking towards me. Oh, Dobby, bad elf. I will iron my fingers. Like, she is coming up full. And I get in the door, guys. I look in the back towards the sunroom, which is straight away. And I see what I smell. is liquid. It's brown liquid. It's poop.
Oh.
She projectile. And you know how I know it's projectile?
Because it's everywhere.
The splatters.
So it was diarrhea, like big time?
Water
What?
poop. I have a picture to show you.
No.
I'm not going to put it in the dump. Well, it would be a great place to put it. But because it is so horrible. I was at a loss. I'm at a loss now. She projectile pooped. I had to disinfect books. I would have thrown them away. I actually did throw some covers away. I said, we're not cleaning this. We're just throwing it away. I still made it to the birthday dinner somehow, by the way.
What do you think the deal was?
Girl, I don't know. She's just German Shepherd. And she said, you have not been traumatized enough today. And I think let's go for it. And I had enough. Anyway, that happened. And I can't think of anything. No, I can think of several things worse. But I just want to let you know, I walked in this room and I disinfected so hard that I had to leave the windows open when I left. And I closed her in my room so she wouldn't be around all the chemical-y smells. Turn on fans, opened up the windows. Yep.
No.
That had happened to me.
That is
After everything I've been
too
through.
much.
No, don't do it to me. Also, yesterday we went to the zoo and I have a question for you. And I have a question for everybody. Does anybody want to get into, and I don't want to do it. I just had, and also this is maybe like one of those, as you get older, you think of all the things that can go wrong. At the zoo, I was just thinking this would be a great place for a stroller heist.
Like you
All these Nunas and Uppa babies that cost so much money. And like also people just leave their stuff. I don't want to encourage anybody. I was scared. So I take all of my belongings with me. But then I have to leave the stroller and I feel bad. I'm like, I wish I could fold up the stroller and put it on as a backpack and put it on my back because I would hate to get their stroller stolen. I know the stroller was expensive and but there's strollers everywhere. Like no one's going to steal it. Because you have to park it to go in a thing.
They might.
But like I've never heard of anyone running away saying, where's my stroller? It's stolen. And I just see all these strollers everywhere. You could go on a stroller heist.
I will say not having a non-stroller age child at this point in my life is truly just changes the game for you as a parent or as a caretaker for a child. Like not having to have a stroller is so liberating in a way that I cannot even put into words. And I really just will never forget the times where I was lugging around a stroller, where I was opening and closing the stroller, where I was putting my crap in the stroller, where I was cleaning the stroller.
See, I love a stroller.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I could have a stroller for moi.
The world is not built.
No, the world is not.
That have these big strollers.
Imagine if you're in a wheelchair.
I mean,
the world is not built.
The stroller itself too, I think that when Scooby-Doo was born, it was at the height of like, you want to get a luxurious stroller. So these strollers, while they were big on quote unquote luxury, like the look of them, they were plush. They were not ergonomical in any sense. So you're lugging around this big, it was just for like the look of it to look kind of plush. And in hindsight, I should have just gotten a Graco, whatever I had. I should have just gotten that. But I really feel like if you are someone that is still in a stroller phase, just know that your child will walk one day and they'll walk without you needing to hold them. In fact, they'll run away from you and then they'll pretend like they can't hear you when they're getting close to the road. When they're getting close to the road, they'll forget what your voice sounds like. They'll forget their own name and they're going to continue to completely yabba dabba do towards the road until you are about to lose your mind. And then they'll just skeet and they'll stop and they'll turn around and they'll smile at you and they'll go, yes, mama. And that'll happen. But, you got to take the good, the bad. You take them both and there you have the facts of life. But yeah, stroller heist, sure. Like go somewhere. I don't know. I also think about, again, Disney World. Like if you want to go to Disney.
Stroller heist.
You could
even steal one of those rented strollers and those, they spent $50 to lug that thing around all day.
You could probably jack a really nice stroller from Disney World. I have a question.
Let's not do that though, guys. I'm not encouraging theft. I just thought about it yesterday and I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If you see a really nice stroller and there's nobody around, you do your thing.
Take a seat.
If you were going to work at Disney World,
Okay.
and you had to be a character member, like you're a character.
Okay, well, yeah, I was about to say I would not. I would only
Want to be a
audition
character.
to be a princess and/or
Okay,
character.
well, it has to be a character in my scenario. Who would you be auditioning for? Like one. You have to name the top one that you want to get.
The top one that I want to get?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it's going to have to be one that doesn't talk because I would just mess it up.
You think?
I would say too much.
Oh, okay.
I would say too much. I would pick up the...
But
I don't know.
I'm saying this is like the perfect scenario. Like just do the one where you're like, it's my perfect world. I wouldn't mess it up. I want to be this character.
Okay, I don't know her name, but I think the best casting choice for me would be... No, I do know it. I think it's Merida. She's the one, the Irish one,
with the bow and arrow,
and
long
the bow.
flowing red
'Cause
hair.
She's kind of wild and like jumps around, and I think I match her physical energy. And she has like, I think I remember her kind of having like a raspy voice. I'd have to work on my Irish dialect, but
I think that's a good fit.
I think that would be casting wise best fit. I think if I could be anyone, I would want to be one of the princesses that is like gets to like hug all the little kids and the little kids cry and
Okay.
you cry, but I would cry too. I don't think I'd be a good fit for this because if a little kid came up to me and they were like 3 and they're like Sandowalo, I would cry. I'd be like, you think I'm real? I'm not.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of it. I just
It
wanted to
is.
know. Yeah,
What
so you would
about
choose
you?
you would
I
choose
think-
Cinderella and then
Oh,
maybe
no,
Merida.
like one of those.
Yeah,
like
but,
you know,
that's what you would choose.
Yeah, I
That's-
just yeah.
I would choose Daisy Duck.
Okay,
She's
she
sassy.
doesn't talk, does she?
No.
See, I would be good as a not talker. too.
She's sassy. You have to use a lot of physicality to get your point across without using
Yeah.
words. She has a tumultuous relationship with Donald, and I like that I could interact with Donald and be like, where have you been? I've been looking all over this park for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I like her shoes. I very much like her shoes.
Her shoes are great.
Her shoes they're like Loewe basically made a dupe of
Yeah.
the Daisy Duck Minnie Mouse shoe. I like the shoe. I would buy the shoe in real life. I want to wear the shoe in the park. I want to have a sass thing. The other thing that I like about Daisy Duck is that sometimes these characters, depending on the park, they've got on different outfits. Now, throwing it back to when we discussed a lot about how the 90s were excited about safaris.
Yes.
In Animal Kingdom, for instance, Daisy Duck gets to wear that hat with the little string under her chin.
Yes.
She gets to wear the pocketed vest.
Also, you know what they do is they do not have Daisy out at the park at Magic Kingdom if she's at Animal Kingdom. Like they have to be in hiding at one park. So they
Because
keep
they can't
the
be in
magic
two places
alive.
at once, right?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
if Aunt Darla is at Magic Kingdom and you're at Animal Kingdom, you're like, look who we just ran into. And she's like, well, look who I just ran into.
Uh-huh.
Daisy's evil twin.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I also think I would absolutely kill it as the evil queen. I think I would kill it
I would-
as some sort of a
Yes.
evil stepmother.
Yes.
Because
I
depending
would
on the
do
day,
good as one of the stepsisters. I could
Scooby-Doo
be like,
already
"Eh."
thinks that I am an evil stepmother. So I feel like I would absolutely crush that.
It would just be fun.
Yeah.
It would just be fun.
Yeah. Okay, good. Daisy Duck. That's my thing.
Yeah. Sometimes when I have auditions and I really don't want to do them, I just did this last week. I had this opportunity for a show that I would love to be on. And I love the casting office. It's just been hard for me when I get these auditions to find the muster up the energy to do all of this, especially with like everything else going on. You have to find a reader, and I've been reading with J-Dog, but he's not an actor. It is just so much harder.
He's doing the best he can.
Yeah, and auditions already you're already set up to be in the hardest situation anyway because nothing's real. It's like the least real because you have to make yourself seem real, and it's just you're in your house. And anyway. So in order for me to have fun learning lines and make it fun, because that's why I do this, is I started all of this because it's fun and I love it, is I will choose a situation to do the scene in. I'll be like, I'm Daisy Duck in this show doing these lines. Like, bar for bar. But I do it as like Hailey, or like with a human voice.
But I would like it if you did
But I
it.
do it as like, like with that. And it's just a great exercise of life. I think we should be doing it more in life. Just be like, I'm going to answer this person as if I was Daisy Duck. I'm going to say, where were you? Where's my
Please tell me you
engagement
know
ring?
why I'm doing that.
Because Daisy Duck and Donald Duck. Yes, I totally know why you're doing. What if I was like, why are you doing that?
That's what I thought you were thinking.
No, I thought you were just saying my lines.
I was, but I
You were
didn't know if
speaking for
you
me.
thought that I was like possessed for a moment.
I would have said, you've got something in your throat, dear. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm obsessed
love
with
it.
that. I love it. Also, by the way, we talked about Summer House last week. I don't know. I think it's interesting to hear your point of view since you don't know anything. Have you heard anything else? Any update this week? Because I feel like I can't escape it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I know that I did see on something that his name is West.
Yes.
Okay, that West is sad that Sierra has not defended him because he's receiving death threats, and that he would like for her to come out and say, could you just at least not...
Wait, really?
Yes, I did hear that on some gossipy thing, but I have not really heard anything other than I know what Sierra looks like now, and I just really
Stunning.
cannot even believe that she dated that Bing Bong in the first place.
I know. Isn't
That's
that
my
crazy?
main. That's like the main thing that I think. I don't know anything other than that.
Well, I want to go back to what I said last week. I think that's what I was hung up on, is that, first of all, like, y'all are beautiful people. You could be with anyone, and you want to be with a man who chooses to be on reality TV.
He looks like the quintessential big toe. Like, I'm throwing it way back. When we first started this, we would always be like, that guy looks like a toe. Like, this man literally looks like a big toe.
Has a phenomenal personality. That's what the lore is. I'm just saying
fine,
the lore.
But for the purposes of
he's
this,
swaggy.
For
his
his
purposes
personality
of like being real about how
toe.
beautiful these women are. And it is interesting. And last night, Sierra did the step and repeat at the she did red carpet interviews at the Euphoria premiere.
Okay.
And she looks stunning. And I was just thinking the whole time, I was like, why is this even a thing we're talking about? Like, look at you. You are it. And why do we even... I don't know why we consider these men, but it's very interesting. And I think it's funny that you say that. And I also think I did not hear that West asked her to help.
I think I saw that on Dumois, or something like that. And Dumois, if you don't know, is like an Instagram that is based on celebrity gossip. And sometimes these blind items, like, you don't know if it's real or not,
real.
But,
yeah. But I just think it's so interesting because if I met a man on reality TV, I'd be like, I'm scared. I'm going to call I was supposed to say I'm going to call my mom. I'm not calling my mom.
Well,
I'm going to call someone. I'm going to call the principal.
I'm going to call
the principal
myself and say, wake up.
Why don't you put on a little bit?
Christy, wake up. I also saw that Alix Earle went on a date, and she like did a get ready with me for her little date. And then I also saw, this is really me reaching, because I don't see a lot of cool pop culture anymore. I definitely see more middle-aged lady pop culture things, but she released a skincare line.
Real Actives.
And I thought that was on brand for her, because I know that when she first started, especially, she was like on a skin journey and like did Accutane and things like that. I do think, though, you and I have talked a lot about how these sort of celebrities, like the commodification of just everything when it comes to being a celebrity. And I think that when you're an influencer specifically, you have to keep reinventing ways to stay relevant, and also inventing businesses so that you can have multiple means of income outside of just making videos and things like that.
You're not always going to be...
That's right. You have to have longevity in your career. So I understand that she's building investments and building a career outside of just her social media thing.
Yeah.
But I also think that she's got a margarita company, and now she's got this skincare company. And I do think
and
that
she has other companies you just don't know about.
I do think though that you like there comes a point where you're diversified your portfolio too much to where you're diluting like
the Kardashians.
I'm
what
like,
they did.
what do you like? Like you've got margaritas, and then the other end you've got skincare. So like, what's next? Like, what else are we going to put out there that just has your name on it that you can generate income from? And I just think that I'm just a little bit, there's fatigue around it for me about like, I'm just a little bit tired of the celebrity crap. Like I'm just tired of it.
Also, because every time I go on the internet, and by the way, no hate, no shade to Alix Earle. I want your dad to be my business manager. I'm not. What she's doing is amazing.
I'm not hating on her necessarily, but I do think that she has. I would say, like, as a business manager, I'd be like, we need to pump the brakes for a minute because you're diluting what you actually are putting your name behind.
Well, I wonder if it's because, and I've always thought about this, and tell me if you know anything from PR, but I wonder if they start these they have meetings and they start these like ideas going, and then they all kind of just happen at once, or because it's fatiguing, right? And if they're not meant to all kind of come out at once, because Sip Margs was last year, and now it's Real Actives. So that's a year apart. That is not long at all to be launching a new business. And I'm thinking of how much work that would normally be.
I think for them,
for a normal person who's not just a face. And I don't think Alix is just a face. I'm just saying, I do. When I think of like Hailey Bieber, I think Hailey Bieber seems to be very involved with Rhode.
I think that they are releasing things on the heels of the other, because this is a phase. Like there's phases and waves of everything, and this whole wave that she caught on to will eventually crest and then die. Like that's how this world works. That's how all this stuff works. So yes, they're definitely capitalizing on the success of her margaritas and her, like literally everything she's done, and then they're going to push this company out now to ride on the heels of her margaritas and blah blah blah. And then there might be another one to follow it until they release one thing, which people are going to go, we're tired of you releasing crap. We're tired of you releasing stuff. And I also think too, with Hailey Bieber and other celebrities that do like skincare and or makeup brands, at least it seems to me, with the Kardashians as an exception, they pick one lane. Like they pick a lane. Like, like Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Selena Gomez. They chose cosmetics. Yeah. They said, we're going to do cosmetics. And like, yes, they do new releases within those lines, but they stuck to a lane. And that's, I guess, what I'm trying to say is that also I understand that I don't personally look to them to go like, I think that you're my beauty guru. I just think that they are in this world, and it made sense for them to do cosmetics. Yeah. But I want more real founders. That's what I'm trying to get at. I want more real founders. Like I brought up Katie Jane Hughes, for instance, like several times on this podcast about. She's an incredible celebrity makeup artist. Her most recent, I think, celebrity you would know is Dua Lipa. Went on tour with her. She just released some products very quietly, like highlighters and different things like that. And I want more true female like founders,
Mary Phillips, and
that have true knowledge and true, like they've got a true experience in the field that they're releasing products in. Aside from, it's backwards. You know, the way influencers are doing it is backwards.
Everything you're saying, I'm craving so much, like for the world, and not just for product, for entertainers, for everything in entertainment. Everything right now is very consumer driven. Does that make sense? Am I saying this correctly? What I'm saying, or what I'm thinking, is that I think right now everyone is trying to sell everything all the time. I get on TikTok and it's a lady in Utah who's a stay-at-home mom trying to sell me Arbonne. Like there's always something. Everyone's got like hey, I've got this downloadable PDF. What is going on? Is this the rest of our lives?
Well, I think that people too, there's like an emphasis on entrepreneurship. I think because like we live in the United States of America, where you can become an entrepreneur very easily, like you can. And then also I think that it's people are looking for other sources of income now, and we're exploring the internet still and social media still in a new frontier type of way as a means to income. So I think that we also are seeing it in a much more kind of heightened way, because there have always been people that have side hustles, but now because of social media, you see everyone you ever went to high school with that is trying to peddle their side hustle. Like Mary Kay's not new, right? Like Mary Kay has been around before social media, but now the 15 chicks that you went to college with that are also doing Mary Kay because they're peddling it on their Instagram stories. So I also think that it's the commodification of what we're dealing with. But it's also that we have more access to people putting it in our face through social media.
Yeah.
Because like people have been side hustling since the dawn of time, and I get that and I respect that. But it really does, to your point, feel like everywhere you turn, it's like somebody's got something that you can buy, and it's like it's a lot. It's overwhelming.
And like I keep on seeing this thing now that people keep saying that they have all these ideas and they like feel like they have to start a business every 2 seconds, and that they're trying to draw business plans all the time. Like everybody's trying to start a business all the time. And I think, and this is really cute coming from someone who has a podcast, who is an actor, like literally that is my business. So I'm always having to push that. Or, styling, I have to promote that somehow. And it feels sometimes it feels like I don't want to, and I'm thinking of styling specifically, that I don't want to put it out there because of all of the noise. There's like, everybody's always trying to sell you something. Like, can we just laugh? I don't know.
I think there's a way though to have a career or a job, like a career as acting or a job in styling. I think there's a way to have your career and your job without making it feel like you're cramming it down people's throats. And I know this is like, again, I feel like I've had a very pessimistic take this episode, so I apologize. I'm actually not in a pessimistic mood.
No,
but
you're not.
I think that
I also don't think you have been pessimistic. I think we're just bringing up subjects and talking about them, and they're not like
light and funny.
Yeah, it's not. We're not talking about butterflies, but
I think that like you are supposed to have a job, like you're allowed to, and you're supposed to have a job, and you can talk about it and you can talk about your job, but it's the sales aspect of it that is what gets me. And to your point, like you are allowed to talk about your job, but it's the sales equality. And it's also, I think, the sales equality to your direct family, friends, or inner circle, or even like that tier around the inner circle. It's that sales equality that is just really driving me crazy. And it's also like there's this thing around it where I'm like, you expect me to buy or give you money for a product or whatever from you, but when it comes to other things, like we talk about the Village a lot, I'm not going to get any of the Villager back from that sale that you made in me. Like if I need you to pick my kid up from school and I bought your Arbonne products, I know that I'm not going to be able to call you and say, I have an emergency. Can you pick Scooby up from school? Like it doesn't equate to what I personally need in my life right now. So like, no, I don't want to buy that. Like I don't want to, and I don't need you to be selling your crap. If you want to tell me that you got #1 salesperson in the Southeast, I will listen to you talk about that all day and I will cheerlead you. But don't end that with, here's an order form. Can you buy 10 from me today? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different about talking about your job and your success or your hustle versus making me a victim of your pitch.
My gosh,
of your pitch. You know, there's a difference there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not fun. And I think that it's going to be interesting too with Alix Earle's. They have a reality show that's going to come out that they're like,
I didn't know that. Her family's going to have one.
The whole family. They're filming it, and I think that will be interesting to see how they put the products in their show. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot about like the starting of and like, documenting that process. But there's also like, like the Nader sisters. And, I loved first season. Brooks Nader, and
I think you told me about them, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they had a reality TV show. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She was a Sports Illustrated model.
Okay.
She's just funny.
Okay.
She's like real big and loud, and she's great personality and gorgeous. And her and her sisters are all stunning. She has 3 sisters. So there's 4 of these girls, and they're just beautiful and funny and all have these different personalities. Anyway, first season hit so easily bingeable. But there's a second season coming out, and I'm wondering, because like now they're all doing stuff. Like they've all got a business. They're all doing stuff, and Brooks is now on Baywatch and stuff. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, that's kind of cool.
yeah, but it's like, what's going to happen?
But also that makes sense for her. She was a bikini model, and now she's in a TV show like that.
Yes,
I understand
no, that
that.
makes sense. It totally does.
I'm not trying to say that I'm unreasonable when it comes to people just trying to live their lives and have jobs. That's what I'm saying. Like that pipeline makes
You're
sense to
talking
me.
more like Kendall Jenner starting 818.
Or
like
then,
as someone who probably
I think that you already brought this up, but I think I'm talking more about like in the beginning of Kardashians, where it was like they had a fragrance line, and then they had a clothing line, and then they had like
sock line. They had protein pop.
They had
they have
like,
that now.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just a never ending stream of shit that they have no business making, because they don't have experience in like. For instance, I love Chloe. I think that she's cool, but I'm like,
protein
what
popcorn?
the hell kind of experience do you have peddling me protein popcorn? Girl, what? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like for her, I'm just saying that you just can't just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks anymore. that's like what I'm tired of,
yeah.
you know?
Well, I mean, like even with, I thought it was interesting that I felt like REM Beauty, which is Ariana Grande's, beauty line, it's not doing that hot.
Oh,
neither is I think Halsey has one. Am I making that up?
No, you do. She does have one. I remember her.
But like all the products, like everybody loves, and I've gotten REM from actually TJ Maxx, like, you know, like their liquid eyeshadows, love. So, and it's just there's too much. There's too much.
Lot.
I've gotten to the point where now I don't try people's products anymore unless someone tells me to try, like a friend. Like if Jessi's like, this lip liner you need, I'll go get it. But like I am not going out. If Miley Cyrus started a makeup line tomorrow, I'd probably go get a lip gloss. I'd probably go check it out, or just go like see like maybe a blush, because I can never have enough. I love a blush, but it's too much. I agree.
It's just a lot. Too much. I also too, I don't know. I think, again, I love cosmetics. I do. And I'm not trying to be a hater, because I do love a new product, and I like to test drive things, and I love to watch reviews. And I was just talking to my friend, Hermes has a foundation that came out that's crazy expensive, and I want to try it more than anything in the world. Like I am a consumer in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to dismiss when people also have a dream. I'm just trying to dismiss where it's like you had a makeup line come out, and then you had a popcorn line come out, and then you made a clown shoe line, and then the following year you decided you were going to make, you know, a hot dog, I don't know, line.
And that was just it's like Kim Kardashian, like in the month of January. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
How am I supposed to trust that you're a hot dog expert and also you're a blush expert? You know? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't trust that at all. I think that you hired the people to be a blush.
And you did, and I'm glad that you did that. And you just put
your name on it because you know your name will sell, which...
But I want more, like, I wish that there would, like, I just want more, like, more female experts. Founders that come out that are like, I got my degree in X, Y, and Z, which allowed me to create this product. And so really maybe what I'm saying is all these celebrities, instead of putting your money into peddling new makeup lines, why don't you angel invest with some of these people and work alongside them?
I don't know why they don't do that.
That's what we should be doing.
I would do that because I would be like, then I could just, here's a check. Bye.
And then you can still be on the packaging. But then you're actually partnering with someone, and you're making you could be, just go on Shark Tank.
Making the dreams come true.
Angel invest. Let's be more Shark Tank. More Shark Tank.
You know what?
Less celebrity makeup lines.
People doing that. And I'm going to bring up someone with a makeup line who does very well. Rihanna, excuse me. I always do that. But I could see her. She'd be watching Shark Tank, and she's like, you know what? Great idea. I'm going to call them. That's kind of her personality. Yeah, and I've never met her. and I don't know her.
I feel like we know her spirit.
I just made that up.
No, her spirit feels like that would be the thing.
And she's hooking Sierra up with Michael B. Jordan apparently. So
Sierra.
Oh,
Sierra. Oh,
Summer House.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Very good for her.
Rihanna is a Summer House fan, and that was like everybody's first like thought was like, what is Rihanna going to say about this? Because she DM'd famously Amanda Batula, who is the one who's
the cheater. Or not the cheater, but the double crosser.
The friend,
Yes.
She done messed
Double crossed me.
but she famously DM'd Amanda years ago, maybe like a few years ago, and was like, "You're my favorite, and I think you're so funny." Because Kyle, her now ex-husband, or I don't know if it's final, legal stuff, but she said like he'll get drunk and be like, "You're lazy and boring and summer's supposed to be fun." Anyway, and she's like, "Why do you keep DJing? You're drunk." And so Rihanna said that to her, and she got on a podcast and she was like, "I was so anxious and depressed," because Amanda was open about her depression and her anxiety and on the show and being medicated and her journey through that. And she talked about how when she finally, it was like 2 years later when she finally got the courage to like DM her back. And so when this thing went down, Rihanna apparently DM'd Sierra and was like, "I'm gonna hook her up with Michael B. Jordan."
Good.
The other guy.
You know what?
Because she right for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for you, Sierra.
She said, "I'm gonna angel invest in Sierra's love life."
That's exactly right.
And I love that about her. SOS, somebody help me.
It's not healthy
for me to feel this way.
Oh, you're making this hard. Yeah, but tossing. Anyway,
I love her.
I think with that, rate, review, subscribe.
Check your dog's butthole.
Aunt Hailey. Oh my God.
You never know.
Oh my Lord.
You never know. In 20 minutes, your life could change.
Rate, review, subscribe. I'm pretty sure I just started my period.
Oh.
And we will see you next Thursday.
Listen to the ads. Janine, take us home, sis. Also, Janine, do you have a tampon?